over 12 years' experience of building and creating top-quality motors, Martel Performance Motors specializes in custom bikes, trikes, cars, and trucks for both adults and children. They have a rideable track and a sim full of cuddle areas and a hidden romantic dance area. They also host concerts and events monthly. For more information, please contact Jim Martel or Morgana Bloodrose.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OverTude episode 3. My name is Mr. Flex, and right along with me is my partner in crime,
Fire Ember.
And we are here bringing you an explosive, jam-packed show. Isn't that right, Fire?
Oh, this is a party you do not want to miss. We have 2 veterans in Second Life Wrestling with us today. You don't want to miss it.
That's right. It's one that you're going to want to share with everybody. But before we get into all that, let's remind people, or just in case we have some new viewers, what is OverTude? OverTude is an inside look at your favorite wrestling superstars in Second Life. So what motivates them? Where did they come from? And what does the future hold? Now, before we get started, you may have noticed some slight changes to the studio. You see, last week, Ace completely lost it, and you saw he stormed off when the cameras cut. He went on a rampage backstage, even threatened the staff, and then came out on the set and destroyed our chairs for some reason. I mean, like, why?
You know, they smelled a little fishy from Venna's hair anyways, so.
Well,
but I think we might have gotten under Ace's skin a little bit. You think?
Yeah, I think Fire definitely got under Ace's skin.
Yes.
And well, anyways, the chairs were damaged beyond repair, but the show must go on.
Right? We just buy new ones.
Yeah, so there you go. Some slight changes. Awesome, right? All right, so our first guest hails from Attitude. He is known as the Real Deal LBA. But first, let's take a look at some epic highlights from his recent match. Roll that footage.
From the Yakuza District, Japan, weight 275, height 6'5", the Real Deal. Hey. The timer. Here we go. LBA with the lockout.
And into a combo, into the snap suplex. When he's hyper-focused on getting that win, he is a force to be reckoned with. And oh, beautiful clothesline, just taking the head straight off of Sean.
Oh!
What has he got left in him? He's going to have to give him everything he's got right here and right now if he wants that 3 count.
Flying splash! 3, 2, 1. Time is out, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, what an amazing match that we were able to witness between LBA and Sean. I cannot believe that ended in a stalemate.
I know. So now how are we ever going to know who the best returnee of the year is?
Well, our next guest is LBA. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to find out some more information. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome the Real Deal LBA. right. Welcome to the show, LBA. Man, what an awesome song. And one of my favorite bands. Man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. How you feeling today? You feeling good? Pumped up? Ready to go?
Feel good. I feel great. Did my little keto diet this morning. Got on the plane. Red Eye flight, of course.
I made the drinks. I made the drinks especially for you.
I don't know. They're kind of glowing right now, so I may want to wait a little bit, let the alcohol settle in, probably.
Okay.
So fun.
That's fine. All right, LVA. Now, as you might be aware, there are a lot of new people in Premier Wrestling that may or may not know a lot about you. So, what can you tell us about you and, what are you all about?
What am I all about? That's an interesting question. I am Licardi Bahamut Alexson, otherwise known as LBA. I come from, preferably, I was born in Silicon Valley, California. I started my careers in movies at first. I was an action hero in movies. A lot of movies, per se, were action and romance and some dramas. It was only when I went over to Japan that I started getting into wrestling. A lot of critics from my movies said a lot of my stunts were performed by other actors, from stunt doubles and things like that. I just wanted to prove everybody wrong. So I went over to New Japan Pro Wrestling's dojos and proved my worth there. And then I came over here to PW, and the rest is history.
Wow, I didn't know you were in movies, man. That's cool. Right on. Awesome. Yeah, I have a drama background myself, and they're like, "Hey, you have a background? Hey, you want to make a show?" And here I am, and here you are.
Funny enough, I have a background in drama too, a different type of drama.
Oh yeah, we know all about that. It involves a lot of drinking and a
when
lot of stairs.
When it comes to wrestling, having a movie, having an actor's background is actually very beneficial, especially when you get on the mic. And of course, knowing Taekwondo, Aikido, and Tai Chi is actually benefits also as well.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of a mutt myself when it comes to MMA and stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's nice to know that we have some stuff in common. That's definitely good to know. So before we ask you the next question, we actually have some footage from the last episode of Attitude that we would like you to take a look at.
Okay.
All right,
Sure.
So go ahead and roll that footage.
Hello, Sean. I want to applaud you for all your hard work getting ready for this match with LBA.
So in the meantime of becoming a heel, you have also adapted the mafioso way of doing things, where one hand rushes the other in a favor situation. Still, I don't need no pushing for it. I'm planning to do Tuluka in our match. Though I may dig that idea, though, sometime this time ain't the one. I am always one for a risk and fire for anything that may put me on an even playing field, as that have been choke artists of the West Coast Tupac.
Yes, very good, Sean. You are now in my tent now, Mr. Hawkins.
Wow. So Pognak gave Sean some kind of super potion? I mean, what are your thoughts on this? The last time you faced Sean, it ended in a stalemate.
Yeah, we ended in a stalemate. We had 10 minutes to do what we needed to do. There was a 10-minute time limit. Wrestling's like this wine that I have in my glass here. You only get better with age. And that seems to happen. Sean, he's a young gun. He's young. He's hungry. I've been down that road before. Honestly, to think that people think I'm going to cheat to get this award are sadly mistaken. I can sit here and be a bad guy all day, do what I want to do, be as heelish as possible, and still win that. Why? Because I have the aptitude and the style and the skills to do so. Yeah, Sean and me are equally matched. Sean, I know you're listening. Not take that potion if I were you. You don't know what the evil that men do. And that man right there, Pognak, or whoever his name is, anything with voodoo in front of it is dangerous juju, and you want nothing to do with that. But hey, maybe you should take the potion and fuck around and find out. We're only going to tell, and we're only going to see what happens in this next episode of Attitude. If you have what it takes to beat the real deal. Because I don't need no potions to beat you. And I'm going to prove that.
There must be something in the air because I actually agree with what most of what LBA just said there, especially about anything with voodoo in the name. You need to be very, very careful. But I think he might be, like you say, a little too young, and he's gonna go for gusto. And
Yeah,
I guess we'll
definitely.
see.
And you know what? You guys have to tune into Attitude on the next Attitude on Monday at 1 p.m. to find out how that's going to play out. I'm going to be glued to the end of my seat for sure. So, LBA, now let's talk about future plans. What does the stars hold for LBA? And what would you like to say to the people? And do you have a message for Sean other than what you mentioned at the end?
Well, let me start with that by answering your question involving Sean. I'm going to take off my mask here. Look at my face, Sean. Look at my
Oh,
face.
sorry. I thought you had something on your face. Sorry.
You see my face, you see the scars, you see the acid burns, you see my eye. That was from a world heavyweight title match. I got scarred with acid, burning acid. I lost the sight in my left eye. I am scarred for life. And that still didn't stop me. You better hope and pray that you have everything in order come this Attitude, come this week. Because when you step in the ring with me, there ain't no friends, there ain't no buddy. I am going to annihilate you. And I am going to get the Returnee of the Year award that I so deserve. Now, where does that leave LBA in the long run? After you, Sean, the Italian Dragon, Alexius Giant, you were on my radar. I am coming for you because 5 seasons ago, when NAW got space into place, you weren't the one that brought space into place. No. I'm the one that turned on Premier Wrestling. I'm the one that moonwalked DDT'd Matt the Model on top of his head. You're the one that took the pin after what I did. I'm the one who brought NAW here, not you. So that self-proclaimed God complex you have, you better have that already. Because after Sean, I'm gunning for you. And I don't care who has the title. Isaiah, you, Hunter, doesn't matter. I'm coming back, and I have came back to PW to reclaim my crown. My place on top of the mountain. SMF took his ball and went over to Overload. This is my time now. And to all the fans that boo me constantly, that's okay. They call me the hated heat seeker for a reason. You cry and boo and bitch, and I get rich. So keep on. All your boos, all your jeers, all your gestures, all the die LBA's a shit stain bullshit that you guys come up with, that's okay. I sell t-shirts, I sell merch. I look at a paycheck every week, a fat paycheck. And guess what? Everything you guys say don't matter to me. So with that being said, there's your answers to your questions, Mr. Flex and Miss Fire.
Wow, very well said. I mean, I gotta say, man, I thought this was gonna go a bit differently, but I mean, I don't agree with everything with you. We don't always meet eye to eye, but I gotta tell you this in front of everybody. I do respect you as an athlete, and your skills are by far pretty good, pretty damn good. So I can't wait to see this match coming up next week. Make sure you tune in, guys. LBA versus Sean. There's a lot on the line. Make sure
Well,
you tune in.
just like I said, you can be a bad guy and be civilized, all in all. We don't have to sit up here and get pissed off and throw chairs around and act like complete assholes or ace holes for that matter. Yeah, don't trust me. I saw the show beforehand, but I'm gonna let you guys finish out.
All right. Thank you, LBA, for being on the show with us. It was a pleasure, man. It was great getting
Gladly.
to know you, and we'll be tuned in. We'll be watching you over on Attitude. That's not our show, but hey, we'll be rooting for you as long as you stay down the
Awesome.
straight and
Thank you.
narrow honorably. We got you. Right on, man. Thanks a lot. All right, there you have it, folks. The real deal himself, out of his own mouth. You heard it here on OverTude. That is LBA. All right, and when we come back, folks, we have another guest lined up for you. You don't want to miss it, but we got to go to commercial. So stay tuned.
With over 12 years' experience of building and creating top quality motors, Martel Performance Motors specializes in custom bikes, trikes, cars, and trucks for both adults and children. They have a rideable track and a sim full of cuddle areas and a hidden romantic dance area. They also host concerts and events monthly. For more information, please contact Jim Martel or Morgana Bloodrose.
Welcome back to OverTude. I'm so glad each and every one of you are tuning into this because our next guest, whoo boy, he is stirring the pot, causing some fires. Man, there is some history. We're probably going to talk about it. But before we bring him out, why don't we take a look at last week's Overload and see what transpired from Danny the Thunder. Roll that beautiful footage.
I will take your job.
Oh my God, it's actually Danny!
It's actually Danny! What are you all going on about? What are you looking at? Danny, you've got this all wrong. I don't know what they've been telling you at the back.
Shut your damn mouth. What are you doing? Why you look like that? You just came out from the closet? You just put some glue on yourself and you came out like that? So we just pretend nothing happened last season. Now everything is okay.
And you got Bottom Mummy, who's always he's supposed to be our DM, but the guy is like evil to his core, you know. Then you got, oh my God! I mean, Danny just hit SMF in the back of the head with a chair.
That's true.
LG's begging for his life. Danny is pissed. Wow. As you can clearly see, we were supposed to have a main event, but unfortunately, SMF and LG suffered at the hands of Danny. Wow, what action that was.
It's good. After all the crap that LG put Danny through last season, even a broken back, I can't wait to see Danny come out on top of these two.
Yes, me as well. So, we're going to give him an opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. We finally get to talk to Danny one-on-one. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please put your hands together and help me welcome Danny the Thunder! Hey, what's up, Thunder? Welcome.
Hey, Danny.
Is it working today? I know you got some issues last time. Yeah, looks like it's working. Hi, everyone.
It's all
Hey,
working right
awesome.
today.
Yeah, we made sure to fine production. We made sure that they were fine, and I think they learned from that
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think they want to have their paychecks docked. So you should be good. And can you hear us okay in your headset there? You good?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
Okay,
think your
perfect.
flex and fire next to you. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
looks like it's working.
Woohoo! All right, we're golden. Well, anyways, welcome to OverTude, Danny. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to have you here with us.
No, that's great to be here. Thank you for letting me be here. By the way.
Yeah, no problem. So, let's just go ahead and dive right in, shall we?
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure you have some new fans, you have some old fans, you have pissed off fans, you have happy fans. So, before we get into all that, how did you get your start?
Well, that's a good question because my experience here it's a lot because I've been doing this for more than a decade. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have old fans over there somewhere, and I got new ones too recently. And I know that I cannot make everyone happy, but hey, I do my best. As I say every single time, I seek for glory. So, they gotta stick with that.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I mean, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
wow, an entire decade. I guess you could say you're pretty much setting up your legacy. Very cool, very cool. So, everybody is probably wondering, and for those that don't know, this might help, but what about this beef that has been ongoing with SMF?
Yeah. Is there ever going to be an end to it, do you think?
Well, I don't know, to be honest, because if I can mention something about that, when I joined PW, call it coincidence or not, he has been my first opponent in the ring, because I still remember that night he was calling for an open challenge where, okay, there were also two others performers in the very ring, but I can say that the main fight has been between me and him because he was looking for a veteran of the business and I just couldn't say no. Well, that night I got the win against them, but I know he took that too much personal and we kept going. And if you remember, when we formed NAW, that as of now you call Attitude, I was the one to start the fire with LBA just right next to me. So I guess you remember that too. But there again, it took that way personally. And matter of fact, when NAW has been formed officially, guess what? SMF was there too. I guess to make a point, as I was trying to do back on those days. And as you noticed, we kept going with our beef. I mean, our roads encountered too many times, and we also had a fight for the Undisputed Championship. And when it was time to me to jump ship, and I'm in Overload right now, I have him again crossing my road. So how do you think I would feel about that? It's like a never-ending story. So I hope this time I'm gonna put a dot to that.
Well, I
Wow.
think you have a lot of fans that are behind you and just
Yeah.
want to see. I mean, especially after all the crap that you've gone through, like last season and so far this season with this whole LG bottom mummy thing. I don't know how you do it, dude.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I'll be honest with you, because I'm not that kind of guy that likes to hide stuff right and left. There was a reason why I came to Overload. He was the one to bring me there. In fact, I was his first choice when there was the draft. And then I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna make new challenges. I'm gonna try to improve myself. And it's what happened. Because I became the World Heavyweight Champion that season. But fans thought that I was a puppet, a LG puppet, together with Trey, because he was around too. And
Yes.
wonder why he's not around these days. But then something changed. I know that he used me to get rid of Beckett and X those days. And in the next season, he decided that he wanted to get rid of me, bringing in Derek. And as everyone knows, I had to step back for a while because I was injured. And
Yes.
that's all his fault. This is what I see.
Hmm. And Derek was duped just as you were by LG. I don't know, man. Something's got to be done.
Yeah. Right. Speaking of LG, I mean, is there any plans for LG? I mean, you smashed his face in with a chair last week, as we saw in the highlights. Right.
Great move, by the way.
Of course, there is something planned for LG. Well, now he wants to keep playing his mind games. Last season was with Derek, and this season is with SMF. He knows what's going on between me and SMF. I thought that SMF was a friend of mine, but hey, I cannot say that like 100% because I know that in the past, when I had to make a point, yes, I betrayed SMF as well. So let's say 1-1, ball in the middle, as we say in Italy. Game set. Now, who's gonna take the next win is gonna take everything. So, LG knows where and when to push the buttons. He knows. So, since he has SMF now on his side, well, I'm gonna take them both at the same time. And as you saw last episode, yes, I wanted to use a chair because I'm going all in. I don't care if they see me like a bad guy now because, attack from behind. It's not something that I do, but I'm sick and tired of these mind games. Okay, they want to play mind games. Well, I'm not. I'm going to be straight on point.
Can't wait to see all that.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I can feel you, brother. I can feel. I can put myself in your shoes. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm a nice guy, but if people did that kind of crap to me, I can't say I would do it any differently. So, with that said, do you have a message to your fans? What does the future hold? I mean, we see the bad guys using weapons and whatnot, and you've stated that enough is enough. So you're not a bad guy, are you? The floor is yours. You can set the record straight right now.
I'll be honest with you. At the moment, I don't know how they see me. Because in the last season, I got more boos than cheers. And maybe now I have the right opportunity to prove them wrong. Because what I'm doing is, yes, it's for myself to make my way still, because I'm not giving up. I'm not gonna do that. But at the same time, I'm gonna use whatever I need to prove that point. So I hope that they understand that recently I was just being a puppet. But why? LG in the end is the manager of Overload, and honestly, I don't want to get fired. But at the same time, I want to prove that point. So I have to be smart. I have to play right at the same time. So with this said, I'm not used to send a message to the fans. Because if they don't know my name, it means that they live under a rock. Let's make it clear. All right? So all I can say is try to look for the person, try to look inside that person and why I'm doing that. Because I know they were used to see me like a hero, like no one is gonna stop me. Well, they did on the last season. They did. And sadly, I had to step back. But I'm stronger than before, and I'm ready. Ready to build my own road.
Oh, I can't wait for it.
Very well said, Danny. Thank you so much for being on the show. Oh, man, I can't wait to see what happens. And LBA, also, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you
guys were
both
great.
for being here
Appreciate
today
you
with
both.
us.
Yes, it was awesome. And make sure you guys stay tuned because the next Attitude is going down Monday, 1 p.m. And then Thursday at 1 p.m. for Overload. Make sure you tune in next week. Check out the YouTube, like it, smash that bell so you get every notification. And then we'll see you next time right here on OverTude, the recap. I am Mr. Flex, and she is...
I'm Fire Ember!
And what is it you always say, Fire?
Let's keep the party going!
Laters. Bye!
With over 12 years' experience of building and creating top quality motors, Martel Performance Motors specializes in custom bikes, trikes, cars, and trucks for both adults and children. They have a rideable track and a sim full of cuddle areas and a hidden romantic dance area. They also host concerts and events monthly. For more information, please contact Jim Martel or Morgana Bloodrose.